talking about ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and managing it day to day can be no small challenge for those diagnosed and the parents helping them navigate life. Dr. Faye Dixon with the Mind Institute at UC Davis with me now live. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
People may not realize it, but what we now know as ADHD was first talked about by doctors in Britain back in 1902, and it wasn't until the 1960s that the American Psychiatric Association formally recognized it as a mental disorder, and then in the 80s the diagnosis became known as attention deficit disorder with or without hyperactivity. Still, I think that a lot of the information that's out there, despite it, there's a perception that any child who's kind of uncontrollable, fidgety, doesn't listen, gets this diagnosis, get some pills tossed at them instead of some better parenting. So there's still a lot of education that really needs to happen, right?
Yes.
And how
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say ADHD we now know as a neurodevelopmental condition. It starts in childhood, but it can cover the lifespan. You know, it's usually typified by challenges in attention, distractibility, impulsivity, but it's really a condition where an individual has trouble regulating their behavior in response to demands in the environment. So for young children, that could be sitting still at school. For middle school kids, it could be being more organized, waiting their turn. You know, for adults, it could be trying to meet the demands of work and family.
And you just kind of went through some of the things that someone may observe in a child, but how do you start to tell that this really could be ADHD as opposed to just a willful child who doesn't want to stand in line like they're supposed to and keep their hands to themselves?
Right. It's really important if a parent has a concern is to get an evaluation by an appropriate professional. Often that means starting with your pediatrician. Pediatricians have a wonderful toolkit that helps them to look at the behaviors of the ADHD and to gather information appropriately, using a series of techniques of interviews, perhaps questionnaires, to teachers. Sometimes it means bringing in a specialist who specifically knows about ADHD, like a psychologist or a child psychiatrist, because what you're really trying to determine is this behavior happening at a level that is causing significant impact for this child. The behaviors of ADHD are the common behaviors of childhood and the common behaviors for all people. But when those behaviors reach a level where they're causing a significant impact, either emotionally or academically for a child or family, that's the time to, get an evaluation.
Now, this is a condition that you mentioned that can follow someone into adulthood. How can it change over time, even with medicinal and behavioral therapy? And how may this impact adult interpersonal relationships or work ventures? It brings on different kinds of stressors, right?
Yes, that, in younger children, the issues are often around hyperactivity, impulsivity. As we segue into later adolescence and adulthood, the issues may focus more around knowing how to organize oneself, knowing how to organize someone's work, being able to regulate emotions effectively.
All right, and of course, as you mentioned, it's really, really important to get that early evaluation if parents start suspecting something to be able to get the actual answers and know if that's what it is or if it's something else that you need to work on with your child. And this whole month dedicated to awareness about ADHD, we appreciate your insight this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you.